Losing time, I'm fading fast. I just wanna make it last. Try to let go of the past. I close my eyes, embrace the blast. Sleepless nights and headache stack. Restlessness to hell and back. What's my purpose? What do I grab? A slippery surface, a heart attack. And sometimes you just gotta believe there's something that'll give you relief. There's something that'll have what you need, what you need. We're broken, it's tragic, we're not all elastic, but maybe there's magic. Believe you could have it, and I know of sadness, the anxious and panic, the infinite vastness of all that is blackness.
Hey guys, how you going? Sorry, I've moved my StreamYard over to the side here, so if I keep looking to the side, that's why. Hey Beckham, hey Luna, how you doing? You don't want to move, you have food poisoning. Oh no. Hope you feel better, Luna. Oh, I'm so sorry. Alex, Susie, how you going? Who else is in here? Xenotron, how you going? Michelle, how you going? Who else have we got? Have I skipped anyone? Yep, Carl, how you going? Old School Pete, how you going? I am Kai, are you in here? Did I just see Ruff, how you going? Yep, I am Kai's here. David's here. Mash is here. How you going? I hope I've said hello to everyone. If I haven't, it's probably because I'm not getting all the comments. What I just wanted to do first, though, was I want to read some news to you first. Okay. And then I'm going to try and get Alex on if she'll come on. Okay, we got Tim Young said, breaking, DeSantis is going to drop the next plane of illegal immigrants at the local airport near Biden's beach house in Delaware. He's truly an American hero. Look, this is not really a laughing matter, but it is in a way. Just that they're going to show you that they don't want them there either, like especially them, Democrats. They don't want them in their towns. So that's what I believe this is. And it's not actually, it's funny because Biden did say that not many are coming from Mexico. And I believe he's right because all over the world, people know to go in through the southern border. So, I mean, there's 150 countries, they said, or something that are going through the southern border. Matt Walsh said, breaking, my team and I have been investigating the transgender clinic at Vanderbilt here in Nashville. Vanderbilt drugs, chemically castrates and performs double mastectomies on minors, but it gets worse. Here's what we found. Let's start at the beginning. Vanderbilt opens its trans clinic in 2018. During a lecture the same year, Dr. Shane Taylor explained how she convinced Nashville to get into the gender transition game. She emphasised that it is a big moneymaker, especially because the surgeries require a lot of follow-ups. Vanderbilt was apparently concerned that not all of its staff would be on board. Dr. Ellen Clayton warned that conscientious objections are problematic. Really? Anyone who decides not to be involved in transition surgeries due to religious beliefs will face consequences. That's what she said. In case the objectors hadn't gotten the memo, Vanderbilt unveiled a program called Trans Buddies. The buddies are trans activists from the community who attend appointments with trans patients, monitoring the doctors to guard against unsafe behaviour, such as misgendering. What do you even say to that one? Unsafe behaviour is doing things to these children that shouldn't be done. Anyway, Vanderbilt makes their trans buddies available to children too. Oh, great. Oh, I can just imagine it. I bet you they're the pedo ones. They make lots of services available to children, including chemical castration, though at some point in the last month they removed explicit admission of this fact from their site. Here's an archive screenshot. Test treatments and service. They offer a full range of test treatments and service, including gender-affirming hormone therapy and pubertal blocking. But they must have forgot to delete the video from Vanderbilt Psychiatry's YouTube channel back in 2020, which admits explicitly they'll give and have given irreversible hormone drugs to children as young as 13. After they've drugged and sterilised the kids, Vanderbilt, as explained in this video presentation by plastic surgeon Julian Winnicor and physician's assistant Shaylin Vanderblow, oh my goodness, whatever that is, will happily perform double mastectomies on adolescent girls. So let's review. Vanderbilt got into the gender transition game, admittedly in large part because it's very financially profitable. They then threatened any staff members who objected and enlisted a gang of trans activists to act as surveillance in order to force compliance. They now castrate, sterilise and mutilate minors as well as adults while apparently taking steps to hide this activity from the public view. This is what healthcare has become in modern America. Amazing. That's not the only one. Ian Miles Chong said the Hippocratic Oath is just a lie doctors tell themselves. I think some of them want to do, they want to do good, but I don't see how they are at the moment. That's not every doctor I'm talking about. I'm just the ones who went along with all this. I don't trust any of them. No jab, no job said, Thursday is not a gazetted public holiday. If you're caught speeding, you may want to seek legal advice. Double demerit points apply. Okay, here in Australia, on public holidays, you get double demerit points taken off your licence if you speed. So not only do you get fined, but you then get points taken off as well. So, it's double hit. And so now they're bringing in public holidays just to bring in double demerits, maybe? I don't know. But we also have mobile camera cars that go and park somewhere and the person goes away and leaves the camera running and it gets everyone speeding. And that's not owned by the police. It's a private company. So if you ever get fines, maybe question them. Try taking them to court. Wayne Dupre said the Texas sheriff has been involved in a number of controversies in the last few years. Okay, this Texas sheriff is trying to take Ron DeSantis to court or investigate him for doing what he did and dropping people off at Martha's Vineyard, right? Well, he put himself in the spotlight, announcing his office would be opening an investigation into the 2 chartered planes reportedly sent by Ron DeSantis to Martha's Vineyard. Sheriff Javier Salazar, a Democrat, is supposedly investigating whether or not the largely Venezuelan immigrants sent to Massachusetts were promised jobs or other enticements, something DeSantis has denied. But in chatting with people and looking around online, I see not too many people are familiar with Salazar, so let's find out who DeSantis is dealing with. Bexar County Sheriff Salazar marched for George Floyd, campaigned for Joe Biden, fired a prison guard for supporting Trump and slammed the Roe v. Wade ruling. Something tells me this has nothing to do with law enforcement. Yeah, so they're opening up a case and he's got TDS, pretty severely. Also claims the migrants were lured under false pretenses onto planes. He said, it's way too early for me to start naming any suspects. We do have the names of some suspects involved that we believe are persons of interest in this case at this point, but I won't be parting with those names. I think, to be fair, I think everybody on this call knows who those names are already, so I won't be naming any of them. But suffice it to say, we'll be opening up a case. Look, they always say this. They're not going to name people. It's just, it could have been like their imagination, honestly. Interesting. So why is this Texas sheriff opening a case? For those unfamiliar, Bexar County is not on the border, but instead the home of San Antonio. It sits approximately 150 miles north of Nuevo Laredo, Mexico. I hope I said that right. What infuriates me the most, Bexar County Sheriff isn't pulling punches. His office is opening an investigation. Yep, okay. 53 died in the back of a truck on Bexar County Sheriff Xavier's watch. Looks like Sheriff Salazar, is the one who needs investigating. Someone died on his watch. So who is he? In 2017, after many years in the San Antonio Police Department, and was re-elected in 2020, so he became sheriff. Quick Google search finds a number of controversies surrounding the sheriff. In April 2011, Deputy Armando Lopez was fired after it was determined he falsified several confidential informant payment vouchers dating from January to March 2009. In December of 2018, Lopez was rehired by Salazar. A search of political contributions showed that Lopez had contributed to then-candidate Salazar's campaign to be elected sheriff in 2016. Does this go all the way down to, like, sheriffs getting campaigning and being elected? Oh, my goodness. Okay, sorry, I just learnt that now. The contributions totaling $4,000 stretched from December 2015 to September 2016, weeks before the election. Salazar is not afraid to align his elected office with his political beliefs. In June, following the Supreme Court ruling that overturned Roe v. Wade, Salazar announced he would not attempt to charge women in San Antonio who sought abortions. He ripped into both the Supreme Court ruling and Texas lawmakers trying to impose their supposed morals on others, he added. They will not use my badge or colour of my office to do so. My job is chasing predators, rapists and human traffickers, not someone exercising a right. Okay, questions of competence. At least one point, Sheriff Salazar's own deputy did not think too highly of him. In April of 2019, the union that represents Bexar County's deputies filed a class action lawsuit against Salazar for they claimed was blatant political pandering and also contract violations regarding deputy firings. According to the lawsuit, Salazar was in violation of numerous times of the Texas government code and the union's collective bargaining agreement by firing deputies who had been arrested prior to investigating any charges. The deputies also point to statements made by Salazar about them that was disparaging. An interview with the local ABC affiliate, Salazar said he would give his own job performance an A, even though he was not left with a Super Bowl team, and mentioned his deputies' lack of training. Adding to the attraction of Salazar, also in 2019, the Bexar County Jail, as of September that year, had mistakenly released 12 inmates from the jail, 2 of them within a 12-hour period. Bexar County Judge Nelson Wolf commented at the time, he tells me he's doing everything he can. I believe he's trying, but this many incidents over the last several months is unheard of. At a press conference that addressed the inmate releases, Xavier, I don't know how to say it, channeled a future vice president and stated that although there were investigations following every release, he was looking into the root cause of why they were occurring. Note to Governor DeSantis, be on the lookout for Bexar County's answer to Sheriff Buford T. Justice. Okay, well, he's not exactly squeaky clean himself, and he is very, very partisan by the sounds of it. Tim Young said, better headline, group of Democrat lawyers attempt to cash in on illegal immigrants. Washington, in response to Washington Examiner, I can't talk today. Breaking, migrants flown to Martha's Vineyard, sue Florida Governor Ron DeSantis. Yeah, exactly. Better headline, group of Democratic lawyers attempt to cash in on illegal immigrants. So that's exactly what's happening. Okay, hang on one sec, guys. Tickle. Okay. Yep, I already read that one. It was in the thread. Chook said this is huge and hopefully quite a few heads will roll over this show. 9 News Queensland breaking. An interim report into Queensland's state-run forensic labs has found that any statement before courts where there was insufficient or no DNA evidence were incorrect. Thousands of cases dating back to 2018 will now be reviewed. What on earth is going on there? So they've either locked people up or let people go due to insufficient or no DNA evidence when there was. I think they're trying to cover something up there. Just personal opinion. Ian Miles Chong said this 18-year-old was murdered by a man convinced that MAGA Republicans were going to hurt him. Why? I don't know any MAGA people that want to actually hurt the left. You know what I mean? They want to educate them but not hurt them. But anyway. Prodigal said blue and on strikes again. Driver admitted to intentionally killing teen at North Dakota street dance after political dispute. Called 911 and told dispatcher he just hit the 18-year-old, claiming the teen was part of a Republican extremist group. Wow. Police driver admitted to intentionally killing teen at North Dakota after political dispute. Okay, so he did kill him because prosecutors allege moments before he was killed, 18-year-old Kayla Ellingson called his mum to come rescue him because 41-year-old Shannon Brandt was chasing him in the city of McHenry, where the street dance had just wrapped up. By the time she could get there, her son was dead. Court papers show Brandt called 911 around 2:30 a.m. Sunday, told the 911 dispatcher that he just hit Ellingson, claiming the teen was part of a Republican extremist group that was calling people to come get Brandt after a political argument. Ellingson's mum told police her son called her just before the crash, asking if she knew Brandt, which she does. She does not believe her son knew him. Okay. Wow. So there you go. This is what's starting to happen now, is it? They want you dead, quite literally. Yeah, but it's only some of them. It's, just be prepared to defend yourself. That's all I say. Drastic Rapids said big effing what? Crabman said on the flip side, open sea. Oh, hang on. This is a thread. There's a massive thread here. Holy guacamole. Okay, in this thread, we're going to have a discussion about Big Pharma institution, corruption, scandal, and intrigue. Disclaimer, I'm not a doctor, but I did my homework. This thread won't just be about the jab. There's much more to it than that. The problem is demonstrated by this highlight reel brought to you by Pfizer ad spots. Pfizer, jab, jab, jab. The pandemic deluded people into thinking Pfizer is the only company around. They aren't, and I aim to remind you about all the rest. I double-checked to make sure that montage was semi-legit. Big Pharma isn't about Bill Gates or World Health Organization. It's really all about a bunch of cutthroat companies who push for control in Washington, D.C. to guarantee their continued drug peddling. Big Pharma and media collusions on both sides. CNN might have given an award to Pfizer's CEO, but also Ivy Hector blew the whistle on Fox News for exposing how the outlet pushed the ad council's jab messaging. Historically, Big Pharma's sales and marketing budget has, for the most part, outspent their R&D department. Now Big Pharma is on Instagram and in Hollywood. Interesting. Yep, because they were getting their Instagram influencers. Remember that? Okay, but the Biden administration did actually have a victory by setting a provision passed in the Inflation Reduction Act by way of granting Medicare room to negotiate some drug costs. This will become clearer as we go along. Context, there's been a big old battle in DC over drug costs to 1998 in terms of spending the most on lobbying, and they've consistently beaten out the likes of the oil industry since then. They didn't take over tobacco. They took over that tobacco advertising and lobbying. and as well as big oil. Open Secrets also lists lobbying costs sorted by big pharma companies and groups for people who want to go deep. JAMA did a study breaking down lobbying and campaign contributions in the US from 1999 to 2008. Now, if you want to see this, you've got to go on Twitter. I've posted it on my page. Even if you're not joined up with Twitter, you should be able to see, if you click on the link, you should be able to see my page. The second link, not the first one. Crabman said Pfizer spent nearly $11 million of federal lobbying in 2020 while Congress traded around health stocks. I bet you all our governments, well, I know ours are deeply have their hands in the pockets of big pharma. As for 2022 lobbying so far, they've already spent over $6 million USD and have 76 lobbyists on hand. For 2020, Stat News made a visual map display that allows you to track the big pharma sphere of influence into US politics. It allows you to see how much dough companies like Pfizer and others sent to various politicians around the USA. On the flip side, Open Secrets has a leaderboard of who in Congress takes the most dollars from big pharma. Special shout out to Business Insider for this diagram of general financial conflicts in Congress too. Very useful. And this is each dot is a member of Congress. Click to learn more about how they were ranked. And what happens is, yellow was, here we go, members that get a green rating if their financial compliance is solid. Yellow means caution, their actions are borderline and deserve greater scrutiny. Red means danger, that a member has multiple issues that could expose them to ethical problems. Yeah, so there's that. This dollar stuff has impact. Current FDA Commissioner Robert Califf was narrowly confirmed by Congress, and the deciding factor came down to big pharma baggage working both for and against him. Don't know how that worked, but anyway. But the US government themselves offer big pharma transparency tools. They have a search portal dedicated to tracking the payments made by drug and medical device companies to doctors and hospitals. I tried it and actually works. And there's a link there. Results blurred because I looked up someone I know. Oh, okay. On another site, you can track the lawsuits and payments made by companies like Pfizer or even Monsanto, which technically qualifies as big pharma, in my opinion, because they were acquired by Bayer. So you don't want them making your food, but they do. Big pharma theme. Obama had no problems with appointing officials with Monsanto ties. Look, I've known for at least 10 years there's a revolving door between the FDA and Monsanto, okay? They need something approved. They send someone in. They work for them. They prove it. The person goes back and gets a better job at Monsanto in the end. Nor did Monsanto stop having problems years down the line. Big companies just keep eating financial fines no matter the human costs. So Monsanto's been ordered to pay a lot of money to cancer patients in Roundup lawsuit, right? Yeah, but it keeps happening. They don't care. In August 2020, President Trump made a speech that mentioned the flaws of the American healthcare system, specifically how middlemen and big pharma were behind the higher cost of drugs. He was onto something important. And he did actually lower the price of insulin at the time. And then Biden put it up and then lowered it again to say that he did it. I don't know. That's very weird. I have people that I know, they go to Canada to buy drugs, to buy prescription drugs. They go there because the price is so much lower than the US, yet made by the same company, often in the same plant. It's a disgrace. Why does this happen? You have people called middlemen. I don't know who the middlemen are. I don't know. They never say middlewoman, so they're politically not correct. But I've heard the term middlemen for a long time. They are so wealthy. They are so wealthy. Nobody has any idea who the hell they are or what they do. It's a shadow government, see? They make more money than drug companies. You know, in all fairness, at least drug companies have to produce a product, and it has to be a good product. But the middlemen, well, the rebate that I'm doing cuts out the middlemen and it reduces costs, and the money goes back to the people purchasing the drugs. Here's a chart giving a taste of this drug cost disparity. There's a chart there. There's billions of dollars in revenue difference between what the US pays compared to the rest of the world. So, yeah, Biden's Medicare win, I mentioned earlier does matter. On paper, a pharmacy benefits manager is a third-party administrator of a prescription drug program that is primarily responsible for processing and paying prescription drug claims. But this is all better explained in this video, which I'm not going to play. I'm trying to get through it and read it. If you want to have a look at it, seriously go to Twitter. Pharmacy benefits manager expectations. So this goes with what Amazing Polly was talking about with her the bureaucrat health system. So you're not really getting proper doctors, and you'll go through like administrators first. I don't know. Therefore, oh no, God help us all. And this is, what is it? I used to work for a medical company and they were bought out by Optum. As soon as that happened, everything in the company went to something. Optum buys out companies left, right. They're becoming the new leader in the monopoly. I wasn't high up in the company in the slightest, but everything, including my benefits, went to because they bought out the company I worked for. I would never suggest working for a company that is under the Optum umbrella. Ooh. Okay, so Optum is running all these NPN, Greenfield, Portland, what is it? IPA, Southwest Medical, New West Physicians, American Health Network, Unity, Reliant Medical Group, Pro Health Physicians, Riverside Medical Group, Caremount Medical, Pro Health, Optum, WellMed, and USMD, Optum, and Medical Group. I can't read the rest of it. Anyway. Yeah, a lot of bureaucratic nonsense going on that costs even more money. 'Cause that's why things they're giving people jobs just to have a job. Do you know what I mean? And probably rip off all the people as well. Despite the Medicare price negotiation win, Joe Biden's recent "we beat the farmer" mark is still a bridge too far. There's still more to go. The scope of the industry is just too big to go away. Their influence in Washington, D.C. is overbearing and suffocating. I condensed the most important parts of these articles into screenshots. They convey the sway that they have had on last two selections. Special shout out to the report by Crew mentioned above. The section about loophole for orphan drugs is fascinating, and a neat fact about big pharma corruption is worth learning about. The only reason I don't like reading these ones is because you really have to go deep into it. Like seriously deep. You've got to read everything. But I'm just giving you like a quick heads up and once over of like a general overall of what's going on here. Especially this part about Senator Manchin's daughter being the CEO of Mylan, a big pharma company responsible for price hikes on several of their drugs, including the EpiPen. I mean, what the F, how greedy. The point being, Big Pharma still has enough leverage to stop DC in passing widespread regulatory price controls through their lobbying power. If anyone in Congress wants to bring the topic up, they're easily shut down. A taste of that power. Seriously, Big Pharma is relentless and they aren't afraid to force Democrats to obey them by whatever means necessary, including sending nasty emails. Oh. If a freshman Democrat so much as signs a letter related to drug prices, the lobby hammers them with phone calls and meeting requests, completely locking up the calendar, says Alex Lawson, Executive Director of Social Security Works, a DC nonprofit that works on healthcare and prescription drugs. The calls come in from ex-Democrat officials and staffers, so they have to take the meetings. They're relentless until the target gets the message and decides it's not worth taking on Big Pharma. Pharma is an industry with 1,000 eyes, ever watchful for signs of danger and diligent about reminding dissenters that its watchtower is a panopticon. It is understood that any mention of pricing or patent reform in either caucus will be observed in real time and generate immediate response. A well-known illustration of this occurred in September 2016 when Democrat Representative Mark Pocan of Wisconsin sent an email to Democrats seeking co-signers on a letter asking Barack Obama to support drug pricing reform. The email was headed, "Dear colleague," a protocol signifying official correspondence reserved for members, committees, and officers of the House of Representatives. Within minutes of Pocan's email, Mike McKay of the Empire Group, a favoured pharma lobbying firm sent a rejoinder to the recipient list under the subject line, urgent request, please do not co-sign Rep. Pokin's letter to President Obama. So, yeah, that's how they work. Elsewhere, Big Pharma is happy to drag in professors to help them justify some drugs costing over $1,000 a day. Another Big Pharma theme, conflicts of interest unless people get caught and called out. They quietly enlist leading professors to justify $1,000 per day for drugs. Groups like Precision Health Economics specialised in swaying the opinion of Congress and general public in favour of drug companies. They courted experts from top institutions to do favourable studies and work that was sometimes criticised for their lack of disclosure. Eventually, like in the case of cholesterol treatment, a Precision Health Economics client got absolutely railed for pricing it way too high. The Institute for Clinical and Economic Review said it should cost about 1/5 of what Amgen is charging. I remember that a few years ago. For what it's worth, in December 2021, Congress published a nearly 300-page long investigation on the topic of drug pricing, so they're trying at least. Yeah, I don't know. But anyway, disclosure between donors and patent advocacy organisations is another issue. 83% report received funding from industry. 13 didn't name their donors either on their website or in their annual report. Also, Big Pharma knows how to butter people up. They have, in the past, spent $20.3 billion in marketing to healthcare workers, with $13.5 billion of that going towards free samples. And such dollar numbers only go up, not down. One of the main gripes people have had about Big Pharma and DC is that there is a revolving door. Understandable, because yes, it is. Same as what I said about Monsanto, same thing. People have greater concerns on this topic because drugs and medicine have a direct physical impact on the general public. I mean, we have a permission slip to take all this serious, but it's medicine, bruh. Corporate donors and sponsors have no influence whatsoever on AAP's policies and decisions. The American Academy of Pediatrics said about Pfizer. Really? I'll, of course, admit it's easy to see why people are focused on Pfizer given the marketing success of Pfizer's jab. Another thread theme, product monopolies make the Big Pharma industry go round and round. Moderna's patent infringement lawsuit against Pfizer and biotech speaks to the long-standing dilemma of Big Pharma in how drunken drug companies vie for exclusivity, obsessively and excessively. But the jab isn't the first time a drug product has made a company powerful and rich. One of the best examples of that in recent history is the opioid crisis. Biden's first FDA Commissioner, Janet Woodcock, was controversial. Woodcock previously approved Zohydro, even though the FDA's own scientific advisory committee voted 11-2 to keep the drug off the market because it was unsafe. Anyway, in recent years, executives at opioid drug companies have seen massive punishment from lawsuits over abuse of their products. Purdue Pharma, manufacturer of OxyContin, was the catalyst for the opioid craze in the late 90s, early 2000s. It's the story of how a legally savvy drug maker was outfoxed by smarter attorneys. The opioid crisis continued into the 2010s. It was a topic that both former Presidents Obama and Trump agreed was an issue. And by the 2020s, fentanyl became more prevalent. Side note, some guy a few years ago overdosed across the street from my own house on fentanyl. Oh, well, there you go. Dope Stick on Hulu, watch this. It explores the depths of the opioid crisis around the time that Purdue Pharma first released OxyContin on the market. At the centre of it, a special label given for OxyContin by the FDA said that the drug's delayed absorption mechanism was believed to lessen addiction potential. This flawed premise was used as a marketing ploy to sell it to doctors nationwide. The thing about Purdue's Richard Sackler was that he knew what he was doing was ultimately wrong, masked under eliminating all pain scheme. His running from pain plan gave American public decades of new, fresh pain. That's what Big Pharma do. But to bring back the Big Pharma theme, I'd argue Purdue Pharma shook up the Big Pharma industry significantly as their case example deployed all the tricks one could think of. like having a very helpful former FDA hookup in one Curtis Wright. Sorry, guys, I need another. There's a lot of talking, a lot of reading. Okay. As an aside, the FDA can still be corrupt as hell, and it's very easily done. Interactable. Scroll down till you see selected drug to see the payments FDA advisory committee members received from 2013 to 2016 from companies that manufactured the drug or that competed in the same market. Wow. To get back on topic, what is also egregious is now Purdue's, there, you know what I'm talking about. Farmers funded so-called pain foundations that conveniently praised Purdue's drugs. I don't know how to say it. Epilogue on this opioid subsection. Here's what happened to people years later who initially endorsed taking OxyContin. I'm not going to play the videos. As for general big pharma corruption, there's a handy-dandy list of different kinds of fraud in case I don't manage to mention everything there is to see. I'm going to leave this thread there. You get the point. Revolving doors and lots of payments, and it just keeps going. Inner City Press said UNGA Circus, now speaking Marshall Island, which was the target of bribery by now indicted NGO scammer Carrie Yan, who was hosted by UN Correspondents Association. This is corruption at the UN, like NGLAP Seng, I don't know how to say that, bribed UNPGA Ash and CEFC China Energy. This guy is corrupt. The UN had him talking. The UN's going down, guys, just to let you know. Tim Norfolk said, this is what ignorance and intolerance and hate looks like. See these two? Yep. They're not the only ones, though. Old Soldier said, in a typical household in America, charging their EV users at the instantaneous rate 50 times more electricity than their refrigerator. How are you going to be running that on solar and wind? I don't think so. Steve Ferguson said, who gave the order to stop counting votes in swing states on the night of November 3rd, 4th, 2020? I think we'd all like to know. Pauline Hanson said, Australia's future under Labor. Lots of homeless people. Homeless because I left the lights on. Oz Sue said, when the lights go out, when our fridges, freezers defrost, when we can't cook, can't cool or warm our homes, can't charge our cars, electric cars, can't watch TV, can't use the internet, you and your government will hear from the Australian people loud and clear. That's a promise. Hopefully he hears about it before then. Because this idiot, Chris Bowen, said Australians must come to accept that days of cheap, reliable electricity are over. So this is what it means to go sustainable. Chris Bowen, Climate Change Minister. Yeah, green's not so good. Big Red Raccoon said, who thinks the FBI and Nancy Pelosi should be held fully accountable for January 6th? Laverne Spicer said, you only have to be on Twitter 1 minute to know how desperately afraid of Trump the Democrats are. And again, Laverne Spicer said President Trump did not have any adverse effect on my life for any day of his 4 years. Joe Biden cannot make the same claim. Congressman Troy Nels said Chicago's Mayor Lori Lightfoot is so welcoming of illegal immigrants that she's shipping them out of her sanctuary city and into the suburbs. Where's the outrage from the left? It's only outrage when it doesn't go their way. That's as simple as that. Tom Fitton says exclusive. Venezuelan empties prisons and sends violent criminals to the US border. There you go. They're emptying their prisons and they're coming over the border. Oddball said, we're not far right. We're normal people who can see our country's old ways and values eroded daily. Exactly. If the far right are white supremacist Nazis, well, that's not us, okay? We are normal people who've seen a problem and are pointing it out. It's as simple as that. American Patriots said MAGA wants peace, security, and honesty. want to thrive as a country with people of all shapes, sizes and colours who are law-abiding citizens. We want a good future for our kids and your kids. We are brothers and sisters who take pride in our nation. We are not your enemy. And I agree, right? But I'm going to get into the nitty-gritty for a minute. Law-abiding citizens, right? Yeah, to the laws that should stand, but there are a lot of laws that should be thrown out. Illuminati bot says Zuckerberg admitted under oath that Facebook does have the ability to coordinate censorship with Twitter and Google, and a Facebook whistleblower even explained how they do it. Okay. Oh, and on I want to know from you guys, especially you guys in the UK, what does lying in state for 4 years mean? Because on a report about the Queen, they said something about where she's been lying in state for 4 years. Does that mean they're dead and lying? I don't know. That's why I put question marks everywhere. What does lying in state mean? Okay. I think I'm going to leave it there for now for the news. Okay, just let me undo this. Remove that and move this back over here so that I'm actually sort of looking at the camera and not sideways. If my mouse will do it. There we go. Okay. I need to maximize that. Okay. Okay. Old School Pete said, Senatron, interesting name. Hello to you and everyone else. Hey, AMM, how you going? Janelle, wash hands, been a while for me. Who else have we got in here? Hey, George, how you going? Debbie, how you going? Selena, how you going? Veronica, how you going? Who else have we got in here? Alex said, that just given me palpitations, thought of coming on. I've gone all scared again. Oh, that's all right. Look, when you're ready, honestly, it's when you're ready, honey. Don't worry about it. Old School Pete said the gender transition game, what a world. Yeah, the whole world's just gone like absolutely, well, it has been for a while, upside down. Selena said, hi, heart, waves can't stay long, though. That's okay. Awesome. Is Alex going to come on, Hev? I don't know. I think her internet just went out. She just messaged me and said, I think my internet's out. Oh, my seat just went. Hang on. Oh, shit. I'm going to fall off my seat. Hang on. Oh, my goodness. Where is that? There it is. Oh, that's better. I'm up higher. Xenotron said, I remember as a teenager I had spots and emotional problems, but the spots went away. Yeah, well, I was a tomboy, so if I grew up now and I was how I was when I was a kid, they would tell me I was a boy. Alex said, I need to gain some courage, Faith. That's okay. Old School Pete said, trans buddy, that's so wrong. Yeah, I think there's something else. Masquerading as a trans buddy. See, they want to work with kids. People like that, like pedos, want to work with kids. How are they going? They're going to find ways. And some of these deep state are helping them invent ways to do it by trans buddies. Okay, Alex said these people are disgusting, mutilating. Yeah, exactly. And that's the Vanderbilts. You know the Vanderbilts, the one with the picture of Gloria Vanderbilt with her two sons. You know them ones? The ones that are thought to be, what's his name? Oh, shit. I can't remember people's names when I need to remember them. They defo do not have a duty of care. Not anymore. None of them do. Old School Pete said, George, hope you're good, lads. Nice seeing the old accounts here on Hevs. Good on you guys. Good, thanks, Pete. How are you, mate? Xenotron said, Hev, do you know anything about parking fines? I do know you should actually fight them too. I think it's just revenue raising. It doesn't actually help anything except the companies that are doing it to get more money. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Alex said, remember a few months back when some bloke was dancing in front of one of those speed cameras to stop taking number plates? Yes, and I've seen them, and I honestly drove past it too, because they park in little, here in Australia, they park in places you can't see them until you're nearly on top of them. They hide, right, trying to catch you. And I passed one the other day and went, darn, I should have got out and started doing jumping jacks and all that in front of it. But then I feel, I might feel like an idiot doing it, but I think it'd be funny. But I want someone to like record it as well, so that, or people in their car passing in their cars probably record it, put it on YouTube anyway, because a lot of people have cameras these days. Old School Pete said, I've got a cold, feel terrible actually, but I'm cool. Oh no, Old School Pete, I hope you get well soon. Oh, look, honestly, I just got over one. It was disgusting flu. Luna said, when I was younger, I hated everything about myself, but I got older, ignored the bullies. Exactly. When you're young, you're very self-conscious. You worry about things that I believe are programmed for you to worry about, honestly. I really do. I think people have been programmed in so many ways that we don't even realise. Hey, Liz, how you doing? Yeah, hope you feel better soon, Pete. I know what it's like. Hey, Wheezy, how you going? Alex said, sorry, not well, Pete. Yep, hope you feel better soon. And Pete's saying, sorry to hear that, Luna. Hope you're good now with food poisoning. Everyone's saying hello. Wheezy said hello back. Luna said, feel better soon, Pete. Yep, everyone's wishing Pete well wishes. Wheezy said, Anne says she'll bring over some hot soup for you, Pete. Alex said, you're beautiful inside and out, Luna. God love you. Hey, Shannon, how you going? From the Riverlands, South Australia. Okay. Old School Pete said he can keep his bloody soup. And the man can keep the soup. Xenotron's, hi, Shannon. Shannon said, hey, am I Colander girl? Hey, Dan Markle Sr., how you doing? Okay, where are we going? Old School Pete said I only get the bowl over my head before he kicked me the length of the street and back anyways. Xenotron said, George, where are you in the world? Me, Brisbane. I think George is George UK? Shannon said, very moist here, just dropped off kids at school. We'll feed chooks and I'll be with you. Cool. I've been playing in the garden. Sorry, guys. I've been playing in the garden and I have a video to upload and it's going to go to members first for the first 24 hours and then I'll release it to the public. So 24 hours after it pops up, you'll be able to watch it, the normal, people. So, and you're going to have to ignore what you see, okay? It's what not to do during gardening, okay? I just did it completely the wrong way. Yeah, you'll understand when I put it up anyway. I am Kai said, I'm so tired, my eyes are running. I was like that. I'm getting tired. Like I'm tired when I go to bed. I'm tired when I wake up these days. I'm tired all the time. Wheezy said, wishing everyone a rather ravishing evening, morning. Good on you, Wheezy. George said, Zena, I live in London. There you go. Xenotron said, you up late just for Aussie Hev? That's nice. Oh, God love yous. Yep, you too, Wheezy. Darren said, don't send a few immigrants to the dam areas. Send all of them. Wheezy said, red wine, George. Old School Pete said, I hope you're having a ravishing time. I hope you also are having a ravishing time. You can't beat a good ravish. George said, I'm always up late, Xena. Xenotron, sorry, Xena. Xenotron said, flood them like they flooded border towns. Louise said, preach, Pete. I am Kai, said, only 6 p.m. I've been spending a lot of time out of body lately. Oh, no. Tried napping today and astral travel happened, so no mind rest. Well, that's not good. You need to let your mind rest sometimes. I am Kai. Is there any way to stop that? My son found out that his dad goes through sleep paralysis just like my son does. So that was interesting to find out. Megalomouth Radio said, nothing can stop what is coming. I know. It's so good. You know what happened actually yesterday? I got 2 emails from YouTube saying someone had created a copyright claim on my intro. A picture, right? A picture of my intro. And I'm like, you copyrighted 2 videos? How many times have I done my intro? Anyway, I appealed them. And they dropped it. So they're just throwing stuff. They're throwing, like, they should have, if they were really serious, it would have been nearly my whole channel, right? But it... Sorry, guys. I've still got the cough. But yeah, that would have been my whole channel. But I knew it wasn't legit because I got it from somewhere called, I think it's Flex Clip or Clip Flex, which are for YouTube intros. So work that one out. They're throwing everything they can and anything and hoping it sticks and hoping you don't appeal it right now. So yeah, I found that very weird. 2 videos of the intro that I just did here now is a lot of the way through my channel, but they only picked 2. Weird. Oh, sorry, Old School Piece said, I've hunted the finest ravish and wild haggis this nation knows. I know my ravish. I am Kai said, it's all happening now and faster than thought. Yeah, I see that. Also, okay, I've got a few other things to mention. You know the FBI raid on Trump, right? Were they going after Epstein information at all? I think there's a lot there. Electric cars, they just don't want you to drive. That's my conclusion to electric cars. Because if they want to go to renewable energy, how are you going to charge a car? You're going to be limited to electricity. Those cars take a lot to charge. And if everyone's doing it overnight, yeah, I can't see it happening. Oh, and I think some of the 4 a.m. talking points have stopped. Because if you listen to what Biden said and then the White House are going, no, that's not what he meant. They're not even linked. You know what I mean? They're not even agreeing. So what's going on there? I think it's showing the shadow government behind it all because Biden's not running anything. Other people are. And same as our one. He's missing in action, mate. He's just, our Prime Minister, like, where the hell is he? He's doing nothing. Is your Prime Minister or President of your country doing anything for you? I don't think any of them are doing anything. I think they're just figureheads, talking heads. Alex said, I think lots of people are having disturbed sleep. Yes, that's another thing. A lot of people I know are not sleeping properly, including myself. I've been going to bed at 8 o'clock, getting up at 4 a.m., needing another nap during the day. And then I could go 2 naps sometimes during the day. It's ridiculous. I'm just tired all the time. That's me. Hey, Sherry, how you going?
I feel good. Thanks for asking.
Hey, Hev, you just did a drive-by on YouTube and there you are. Hey, everyone. Oh, good on ya. Yeah, that's another thing. I'm hearing on bigger channels that YouTube is stopping notifications going out. So Xenotron said, I seriously think time is speeding up. Well, yeah, I just replaced my batteries a couple of weeks ago on my clock and it's already 2 minutes behind. After the last time I reported on my clock being like 13 minutes behind. It eventually did die, and you know what it did? It went beep, 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 and woke me up in the middle of the night. There was no way to stop it but take the batteries out. But it's already, I've just put brand new batteries in. It's already lost 2 minutes on what my digital time is saying. Alex said, that sounds wild, though. I hope you manage to get some rest soon. I am Kai said, I know Haggis afraid to ask about Ravish. Sorry, guys, I've got a cough again. You can hear the in there. Faye said, sleep, definitely a struggle for me. Yeah, I know a lot of people are having problems. My son's having problems sleeping again. My daughter's having problems sleeping. Even the kids. Alex said, hey, megalomouth. Is that how it's said? I hope I'm saying that right. Luna said, the world's going crazy, that's for sure. Xenotron said, I mean, one revolution is still a revolution regardless of how wide it turns. I am Kai said, why, Faith? About sleep, is it? I am Kai said, Xena is correct. I wish I knew Kai. Hey, Zell, how you doing? Xenotron said, I'm wanting to go to bed at 6 p.m., but I make myself stay up late, 9 p.m., but I always feel tired. That's like me. I honestly could go to bed at like 5 or 6 in the afternoon, but I make myself stay up till at least after 8 o'clock at night so that I'm not up at like 3 in the morning. Oh, dear me. Kai said, I'm breathing by yawning today. Sherry says, no sleep here either, so tired all the time. Yeah, I think a lot of people are. Debbie said, what is a yawn anyway, and why does the word yawn make me yawn? I think a long time, I don't know if it's true or not, but a yawn is when you're lacking oxygen, you need to suck a lot of oxygen in at once. I don't know. That's what I heard a long time ago. I don't know if it's true because I'm questioning everything lately. Xenotron said medical and pharma become demonic force in our world. They're not human. Yeah, and I remember years ago, in Australia at least, they decided to treat corporations as people so that they had more rights being classified as persons. Definitely. I am Kai said, Debbie, when your cells are starved for oxygen from constant on mode, large gulps to keep us moving. See, that's what I thought. That's what I was told years ago. Sal said they all get the machine that goes ping. Yeah, exactly. It's all about money. Hey, ADD, look into trypanism. Oh, my goodness. African sleeping disease. There was an American company who made the drug until 1999. Then, due to lack of need for it, they stopped. In 2001, a Mexican company was ordered to make it for the WHO. Really? African sleeping disease. Wow. That's interesting. Alex said, isn't it funny that it's funny, isn't it, that seeing someone else yawn makes you want to yawn, Debbie? Yeah. I've done it loads of times. So have I. We just say, hey, that yawn's catching. I am Kai said, and hiccups are either too much or too little oxygen in a short time. Debbie said, I am Kai. Yeah, that's what the science says, but no one can explain why they're contagious. Hey, well, you got a point there. Old School Pete said, all I know, this talk of yawning just made me yawn. That happened to anyone else, or do I just need bed? Zal said, auto-suggestion. ADD said, look into the signs and symptoms and pray for discernment. Only way to get the drug now is to have a doc request it from TGE, CDC. Wow. Xenotron said, a spoon of vinegar taken quickly should do the trick with hiccups. Debbie said, yawning is so weird. George said, been yawning for the last couple of minutes. If we keep talking about yawning, we're going to all be yawning shortly, including me. Darren said, I hadn't yawned all day, but yawning now. Ruff said, I can't read what you showed, all blurred. Oh, no. Is that because you're yawning? I am Kai said, psychosomatic response in social animal classes. Sal said, so who paid for all the jabs when it was free for... the public did. The taxpayer did. That's where the money came from. Taxpayers. And then the government's paid them with taxpayers' money. Alex said, hiccups are annoying, especially when they don't stop. There's a man who had hiccups for 68. Oh, I could not handle it. I get peed off with the hiccups after like 5 minutes, right? I couldn't handle it for 68 years. I do remember having a twitch for a long time when I tried to go vegan. I had a twitch in my eye that it went on for weeks and weeks, and it was peeing me off. It's funny at first because it feels a bit, funny. But then, yeah, it started to pee me right off. Oh, dear. Darren said, will this talk of yawning make Hev yawn too? Yeah, give me a few minutes. I probably will. Old School Pete said, it's contagious, George. I've done it twice since reading the word. Yawn. I am Kai said, we do it subconsciously to fit in with our pack. Faye said, Alex, oh my God, that's awful. Debbie said, geez, 68 years of hiccups, poor guy. It'd be hard to eat. You nearly breathe in your food when you're trying to, Old School Pete said, no joke, weird. Yeah, that is weird. 68, oh. I don't think I'd go that far, but it certainly I'd be angry. Alex said, that's good to know. Do you think it's the shock of the vinegar that stops them, Xenotron? Xenotron, we're only finding out about these things now, but the system has been functioning for years. We know it's pre-planned by the fact that they delay the information coming forward till it's too late for us. Yeah. Debbie said, vinegar is amazing, cures so much and great for windows too. Yeah, it's good for cleaning apparently. I am Kai said, time for black coffee. Darren said, it's funny what people do to try and stop hiccups. Yeah, I remember trying to drink water upside down because I was told that would fix the hiccups. Good one. I managed to do it. I don't know how, but I did. I was only young though. Xenotron said, not sure why it works. Perhaps it neutralizes something. Xenotron said, but it does work. I think the dark vinegar is better. Alex said, try changing the quality settings on YouTube, rough. It may be set to 480p instead of 720p. Alex said, I've heard vinegar is good for loads of things too, Debbie. So have I, actually. Xenotron said, I was talking about pharma being too late for us to do anything except not participate as much as possible. Yeah, they do. They leave a lot of information out for the people until it's too late. And then it comes out like we've just seen, okay, with the jab. Oh, so it won't hurt, yeah, we knew better, so we didn't take it. But now they're coming out saying, well, it's not as, they're starting to come out first with it's not as effective, right? And then some places are reporting on injuries, and other places aren't. So I get what you mean. Debbie said, I always hear about apple cider vinegar being the best, but I have no idea. It's good stuff, though. I am Kai said, Xena is correct. I'm not giving an inch. No. Xena and the vinegar, so many things have been removed from our world that are simple and effective. Iodine is something we all need, but they took it out of our food. I managed to get iodinized salt. And so that's what I'm using now. Darren said, vinegar makes me crave fish and chips. I know, doesn't it? It's like HP sauce makes me crave bacon, eggs, and soda bread. Alex said, I know 68 years is a bit much. I hate hiccuping for 68 seconds. I don't know how I got to HP sauce from vinegar makes you think of fish and chips. Alex said, I'm trying to resist the yawn. I haven't yawned yet. That's amazing. Darren said, oh, yeah, that's the shiz. I am Kai said, chess pie requires vinegar. Debbie said, what's chess pie? Yeah, it's chess pie. No idea what else is in it. It's also called vinegar pie. Oh, interesting. Yeah, Zetotron, RE, legalised drug pushing. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. And sometimes there's worse than not fentanyl, but or a lot of them actually. No, they're as bad as each other, but just one's legalised, Debbie said, I've never heard of that, Kai. Sounds interesting. I'll have to look it up later. Suzanne said, I've stopped taking all prescribed medications since about 5 months ago. Oh, good on you. Just keep yourself the vitamins, Keep yourself healthy as much as you can. Kai said, Debbie, it's awesome. Kai said, also in chocolate. Debbie said, seen in the 90s we had legal speed for diet pills. Forgot the name of the drug, but it was popular. Well, they still have legal speed for ADHD kids now. That's what it is. Sanatron said, love your streams. Have they remind me of reading comprehension at school, listening to you and then going over it all in the chat to see what bits people are concerned about. Exactly. That's what I love that about this. Kai said, I'm stopping Sizer meds when I run out. Just make sure you've got enough vitamins. That's what I'm going to say to you. You've got to really, really make sure you've got enough in your system. Debbie said, vinegar and chocolate. What? Is it good? Xenotron said, as a child, I remember those Ford pills. Are you too fat? Too fat? Yeah, I remember Ford pills. Xenotron said, too fat, not too. Yep, okay. Kai said, I toot a lot, though I'm not fat. Debbie said, I'm looking this up later, Kai. It sounds strange but interesting. Hey, looking, how you going? Good evening, heavenly souls. Hey, Captain Whippersnapper, how you doing? Sanatron said, it makes me sick how many names and faces and how intricate the thick devilish plot this saga is. Who the hell are these people? Yeah. I think that's what we're about to find out. Like, I think they went after Trump with the raid because of the information he has. And apparently he's been shouting out Anons and reposting Anons on Truth Social. Yeah, interesting. The board, Kai said, oh, holy God, that coffee is strong. Darren says, selfish people with electric vehicles taking the energy people need for heating and cooking. Well, yeah, that, look, I hate when something works fine. Why do you need to fix it or improve on it? It's like cars. Before all the ding-dings and things came in, people knew how to drive, right? They knew not to leave their lights on or your battery goes flat. Now they got dings all. No one needs it. No one needs it. Why fix something that's not even broken? It's their propaganda that they show you all these things on TV, and then they bring in a law to suit what they've been showing you on TV. And they only point out things they want to point out on TV to change a law. I'm telling you. Alex said, my internet's gone down. I've had to come outside to type this. Hopefully I can get my Wi-Fi working again. Sal said, lynching in the streets, drive down to Barrel and hang them all. Blackout Bowen is my local grub member. Oh, really? Oh, Sal, I feel sorry for you. So Chris Bowen is your local member. Ugh. Looking at Saddam Kai, good to see you again. Sanatron said, what a loser. Why is he keeping his job then? Put someone in who will guarantee power to the people. Exactly. Darren said, we've had small blackouts and bad internet lately. We've been getting the same thing here. Small blackouts for a couple of hours here and there. Kai said, just sub to you looking. Shannon said, okay, I'm here. Big rains here. Had to rescue a frog out of the pool and scoop out heaps of earthworms. Rain must have forced them out of the lawn, slithered into the pool. Oh, no. Alex said, going back in now, but may have to watch the rest. I'll catch up if I can't get Wi-Fi working again. That's okay, Alex. Looking said, don't post much. Lost 2 channels already and on last warning with YouTube. Oh, no, really? Yeah, so I try to be careful, but still try to say things I need to say. And sometimes I just do actions like. Zal says, since when has a conservative view been white supremacist? Since they lumped us all in together with the far right white supremacist Nazis. who I actually think are probably far left because aren't they socialists? I don't know. I'm confused. I've got no wings. I'm not left wing or right wing. I don't have any wings. I'm a human being. I'm not an animal. Xenotron said, "Oh, Shannon, you a busy girl. Busy guy." Shannon said, "Satan is the green man." Darren said, "I heard them say she was laying in state for 4 years too." Yeah, what does laying in state mean? Does that mean laying in the coffin in that place? I don't know. I am Kai said, "Now she's all ours." Xenotron said, "Yes, Hev, she's been on ice for a while. It's how they got away with the CoofCon." Yeah, that's what I was but is that what actually laying in state means? I want to know what laying in state means. Does that, because they just said it. It was weird. Hey, Missy T, how you going? Face said, "Were you able to get in touch with Frantic Missy?" No, I sent her a message. I haven't heard anything back. So I'm a bit concerned. I hope she's all right. I could imagine it would be a devastating time for her and her family at the moment. Yeah, but I haven't heard anything back. I'll check after I jump off here again today. Yeah. Hey, Randy, how you going? I am Kai said, "On ice for 4 years." Janelle said, "That should have been a wave." Darren said, "We all support you going on, Alex." She won't be able to if she can't get the Wi-Fi. Janelle said, "Off to clean my glasses." Randy said, "I had a motorcycle at the drag strip last Friday." I am Kai said, "Be careful of lowering stool, viral mishap." Wi-Fi is back on. I thought it was the beginning of the blackouts then. I thought I won't be able to tell anyone. Debbie said, "We've had 2 blackouts this week. Alex, do you want to come on or not?" I am Kai said, "Alex, you'll know. It'll be unmistakable." Yeah. It'll go out and it won't come back on for a little while. Debbie said you had 2 blackouts this week. Wow. Alex says, "Is that the newsreader bloke?" Yeah, that's it. Anderson Cooper. And what's the chick's name? Kathy Griffin. That's it. They're supposed to be brothers. In Vanderbilt's picture of her with the 2 boys, and it's got like this evil stuff behind her, all this evil art, kind of like Marina Abramovic, and then Podestas and so on and so on. Blackouts for security systems. Yeah, that too. Didn't think of that. Shannon said Anderson Cooper and Kathy Griffin. Yeah, that's exactly it. Old School Pete said, "I think lying in state was that thing where the coffin was on show for a while and the public went around having a gawk. After that, I think she went into a family tomb of some kind. I'm really no expert." Wow. Darren said, "If you fight a fine, you pay double." Really? I don't know. I don't think you would. I'd start questioning who's getting the money and everything. I'd say, is it for safety? No, it's just revenue raising. Randy said, "I ran 10-second runs at 140 mile per hour." Iron Kai said, "Cooper is Kathy Griffin's Castrati brother." Alex said, "I always want to try and warn others when I see a speed camera." Yeah. You're not allowed to flash your lights at other oncoming cars anymore. Looking said, "My connection's gone out 2 times watching. What the hell is going on? Geez." Oh, no. They're probably stuffing with it. Randy said, yep. I'm Kai said, "Looking, you almost name it is going. Almost you name it. It is going on." Yep. Darren says, "The mobile speed traps that get me." Yeah. They're sneaky buggers. Alex said, "Did you hear about that bloke who tried to charge the Queen's coffin? He was tackled to the ground. I bet they made him disappear after. I don't think she was in the coffin, though." Oh, God love you, Shannon. Thank you. Looking said, "Right, for fuck's sake." I am Kaya said, I lay down and focus and see battle long before completely asleep. Alex said, awesome, Shannon. Dan Markle Sr. said, what are you running, Randy? Debbie said, Alex, he was arrested and said he was just trying to see if the Queen was really in the coffin. If she's been lying in state for 4 years, I don't know. That'd be pretty smelly and disgusting by then. 4 years. Kept on ice? I don't know. Old school Pete said, only heard about the mad flashing sex case, never heard about a coffin charge. Oh, wow. Old school Pete said, insanity. Randy said, 2000 Kawasaki ZX12R. Debbie said, how about the riots north of England getting out? Oh, yeah. So what's going on over there? I haven't seen much other than trans people trying to shout down the women's rights march thing. I don't know. But I'm hearing it's going off, like starting to go off now. Dan Markle Sr. said, nice. Randy said, got 8 runs in. Darren said the coffin was lead lined, so it would be heavy, empty. There you go. Alex said, always look forward to your gardening cooking videos, Hev. Mash said, here in the US, they want us to register our gardens for the People's Garden to be nice and won't say what I'm thinking. Clown world. Yeah. My goodness. No, I'm growing my own and I don't care. They can shove it. I am Kai said, everyone's tired because of the ascension happening. Ready or not? Dan Markle Sr. said, still a great day. Randy said, not tired, living large. Face said, Kai, I believe that. Everyone I talk to is tired. Yeah, it's like that. Guys, I've got to blow my nose. 1 sec. Unmute again. Okay. Yeah, everyone I talk to is tired. So I am Kai said Martha's Vineyard freaked over 50 migrants. Yeah, there were 50 jobs apparently there too. So they could have all had jobs. And did you see the lady, the blonde lady who she was quite upset that they were there. We can't have them here. We haven't got the infrastructure, right? The infrastructure. And then when they were going, she goes, oh, you're always in my heart. Oh, you know, and it was like, get a grip of yourself, love. A minute ago, you were saying the opposite. You want them to go. And now she's saying, oh, even though they're going, they'll always be in my heart. And it's like, yeah, bad acting, actually. Not good acting, bad. Alex said they made sure they didn't show it on TV, Darren. I think she was probably only put in there at the last minute because of people like that. That's if she wasn't already gone. Dan Markle Sr. said, way to go. Have fun while you can. God bless. Randy said, can't wait for weekend. Lots of motorcycle plans. Hey, Lanazi, how you doing? John, how you going? And Pat, how you going? Anyone watch Mr. T? Yes, I actually did, and he said a lot. He said, you've awakened a sleeping giant. So here we go. I am Kai said, I made a joke of the wave to a friend, Dalai Lama, last week, said, fast as you can say 1, 2, 3, go. Hey, Menacing Muskrat, how you doing? Shannon says it's the 180 per. Yeah, got to watch out for, Alex. Oh, dear. Everyone's saying hello. Debbie said, I watched Trump in Ohio. Yeah. Menacing Muskrat in the house. I am Kai said, Queen dead for 4 years. That's what I think. If she's laying in, what do they call it? Yeah, I don't know. I want to know if that's what it means. Like, Menacing Muskrat, hello. Yes, Randy, Trump spoke of, did he? I missed that bit. How come I missed that bit? Was I not paying attention properly? I'm going to have to go back and listen to it again. But he's been quoting the Anons on Truth Social. He's been posting them. Telling you. Even okay, think of it this way. When we think of psyops, we think immediately bad, right? But there could be good psyops that are there to help. And that's what I think it is. Honest to God. Zal said, every time I hear about electric cars, it reminds me of the movie Idiocracy and the vehicles the generation population were driving around in. Oh, were they driving electric cars? I can't remember. Yep, exactly, Randy. Where we go. One. We go all. Sal said, Elbow has his bags packed for forget me. I can't read today. I'm having so much trouble. It's the 180p you got to watch out for, Alex. Dump Trudeau. Yeah, that's trending on Twitter as well. Debbie said, Trump security is again following the board shirts after not allowing them for a while. There you go. They're allowing people with their shirts in now. There you go. I think it's very close to time. Sal said, you tumor? I don't know what that means. Sorry, Sal. David said, I've been playing live frequencies on YouTube while I sleep. Big difference is how soundly I sleep. Tried different frequencies, all have helped. Yeah, there's above and beyond flow something. That's really good it's very relaxing. Xenotron said, Ari, disappearing politicians, where are they after being constantly on live stream telling us number and statistics and how they're keeping us safe? Where are their faces now? Yep, exactly. Hey, Weeping Willow, how you doing? Lanazi said, did you notice the flag? Oh, I didn't. Okay. I've got to watch that again then. I don't know what I think I was doing something while I was listening to it and I wasn't paying full attention. I should not do that. Saying hello to everyone. Lanazi said, I've been having trouble sleeping too. Yeah, a lot of people are at the moment. Oh, the no stars. Yes. Weeping Willow, I'm going to a sleep clinic soon for sleep apnea and sleep paralysis. My son has sleep paralysis, and so does his dad, I found out, only in the last couple of days. So that's interesting. I wonder why some people get it and others don't. I don't know. David said, hey, Alex, doing a lot better now. Face said, Lanazi, yes, no stars or appeared to be none. Looking said, they spray their Hev that you notice. Oh, they do, yes. Menacing Muskrat said, Turdo, singing Bohemian Rhapsody the night before Queen Elizabeth was laid to rest. Yes, there you go. You can watch it. Menacing Muskrat has put the link up for you if you want to watch what I was talking about yesterday, Trudeau singing Bohemian Rhapsody. I didn't want to terrorize the audience by playing it. Not only that, for some reason I can't get the sound on StreamYard. I can get it on OBS. Do you know what else happened yesterday? I was going to make a video early in the morning. I opened OBS. It wanted to update, so I updated it and went, what the f is that? It completely changed, and then it wouldn't allow me to record anything, saying I didn't have the video driver update. And then I had to go and get this and this and this and this. And I'm like, oh, no. So I found an old version of OBS and loaded it on. Now, if they ask me if I want to update, no, I don't want to update. I don't know. They just threw me for about an hour and a half to 2 hours yesterday morning. I wasted time trying to fix OBS, and I was trying to make a video. It wasn't working. It finally worked when I downloaded the old version. Alex said, I'm glad to hear that, David. Randy said, there are other magnets near us affecting our rotation, causing the difference in time. I am Kai said no stars. That's what I thought, I am Kai. No states? The stars are the states. Faith said my exact thought too, Kai, but I don't know. Yeah. Lacey, how you going? ITV video of Queen's funeral where they are following the Queen's hearse, and all of a sudden a female voice said the death is irreversible and the fact that she's trapped and then it was cut off. Wow. Well, I missed a bit there. Menacing Muskrat said a yawn is a reflex consisting of a simultaneous inhalation of air and the stretching of the eardrums followed by an exhalation of breath. Menacing Muskrat said many animal species, including birds and fish, experience yawning. The study of yawning is called chasmology. Chasmology? Wow. I watched a bird yawn yesterday, actually. I am Kai said, I know we returned already to a republic. Ooh. Dan Markle Sr. said, yes, no states, but why? Because it's about to come under a whole, I don't know. It's going to be one. I don't know. Interesting. We've got to learn their comms. We don't know what it means. Shannon said, back in the chat when you were talking about resolution settings, I was making a joke about 180p, i.e. coming back at you if you piss into the wind. Duh, I guess you didn't get it. Shannon, a lot of stuff just goes, seriously, over my head. Over my head. Randy said, I sleep like a rock every night. Yeah, I do most of the time, but yeah, lately, I don't know. I've had weird sleeping habits. And plus I'm looking after my grandchildren from I've got to get up at 4 or 5 in the morning to go down there, and then I'm down there till 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and then I get home about 5 or 6. So those days I'm exhausted because there was 3 kids there. There's 3 kids. I'm constantly like, what do you want to eat? What do you want? What do you want? Everyone wants something different too. I'm going to have to just buy some food, take it down there and go, now eat that. That's it. Okay? No more. Lenazi said, Faith has signaled to the bad ones, surrender by the end of this rally or face death. No chance for deals after that. Blew my mind. Ooh, that's a good take, Lenazi. Darren's still yawning. Shannon said, you probably need a CPAP machine. Both my wife and I use them. Oh, really? Menacing Muskrat said, in my culture, when the chief yawned, it meant that night was over and time to retire for the evening. And what happens if you do it during the day, Menacing Muskrat? I'm a bad one for that, yawning during the day, but I'm not a chief, so it just means that I'm tired. Yearning for yawning. No states because republic not united but together. Yeah, that makes more sense. Hey, Kat, how you going? Perhaps soon we will enjoy the show. I think so. I think we're about to enjoy the show. I really do. Randy said still be, yep, the letter, yep. I agree. Coming back. Liz said, so funny, I also yawn. Night, I'll be listening in USA all. Good night, Liz. I am Kai said, Lenazi, sweet. Randy said, hit the like button. Lenazi said, Faith is a signal Marines use. Blew my mind. 107 confirmed it today on Numbers Channel. Interesting. Lenazi said, I'm Kai, I know, right? Faith said, too cool. Alex said, Shannon, I get it now. I was like, what? I'm a boy by name, but not by nature. Randy said, you're too cute for twitchy eye. Oh, believe me, I had it for I think it was months, to be honest. It was really peeing me off by the end of it. And only stopped when I went back to eating properly again. That's just my experience. I'm just telling my experience. Looking said, these freaks, enough PC, it's genocide and mass human rights level. Yeah, exactly. I am Kai said, my phone just popped. Internal system failure. Testing. What? Shannon said, Democrats lie, cheat and fake it until they make it. More interested in the optics, i.e. the FBI raid Trump for headline that was Trump was raided, wrap-up smear. It's at tactic. Yeah, it is. You can go on YouTube, I think, search your favourite video platform for Nancy Pelosi talking about the wrap-up smear. They've done it many times, and they're still doing it now. And I was actually listening to someone, it was a truther, and it's a big one, right, this morning, and still going off mainstream media, and I can't believe it. What a letdown. They still believe what mainstream media are saying when it suits them. And I'm like, oh, my God. You people don't even realise. They don't realise the wrap-up smear. They feed it to the media first, and they use intelligence agencies, or they try and charge people over what the media has reported on. It's called the wrap-up smear. Go and find out what it means. Alex said, oh, dear, Kai, what does that mean? Is it broken? Shannon said, Oxycontin. Rockefeller Big Pharma. There you go, all natural healing. How Rockefeller founded Big Pharma and waged war on natural. Yeah, exactly. That Menacing Muskrats put a link up for everyone in case you want to have a look further. I Am Kai said their intention was to make the entire world a concentration camp. Yeah, exactly. I'm not lighting new cigarettes all the time, guys. I just light one and it just sits, because I talk so much, it goes out, and I've got to keep lighting it over and over again. So I probably have about 3 or 4 in a 3-hour stream, 3 cigarettes all up. Just looks like I'm just constantly chain smoking, but I'm not. I Am Kai, got to run for the pups, got 11. Oh, my goodness, really? Good on you, Kai. Alex said, glad it still works, Kai. Shannon said, too late, no more deals. Yep. I Am Kai said, back as soon as possible. Much love, hanging, guys. Yep, we will. I'm still holding the line. Are you guys still holding the line? I am. I still have faith in everything I believed before. I've changed my mind on certain things, but not about Mr. T and not about the board. Luna said, I'm loving laying down listening to Hev. This live has made this a lot easier to deal with being sick. Oh, God love you, Luna. I hope you get well soon. And that's horrible too, food poisoning. Faith said, see you when you get back. Lanazi said, bye, Kai. Menacing Muskrat said, on a tea rally, POTUS mentioned that he was going up against Big Pharma. Yeah, and he said they were going to be very unhappy. He did. That was years ago, wasn't it? And they said that he would have to be, when it happened, he'd have to be elsewhere, possibly, not in a firing line, you know. I don't know. I don't know how it's going to go, but it's interesting to watch. Lanazi said, yep. Hey, Geoloft, maybe everyone where as possible should give into the change in their sleep patterns and timing. Maybe a group of people are being naturally changed to protect the entire group. Night witnesses? You never know. Well, some people are night people and some people are day people and morning people. The people who like to stay up all night aren't necessarily always morning people. And the people who like to stay up all day aren't necessarily night people. I don't know. If I don't go to sleep when I'm tired, I start to feel physically sick. I don't know why. But, yeah, I'm kind of all, and I'm up at 4 in the morning sometimes when it's still dark, 3 or 4 in the morning. Sometimes I get up at 2 and have a cup of tea and go back to sleep at about 5 or 6. It's weird. I'm just having really weird sleep. But you could be right, Geoloft. Lanazi said things are getting very exciting. They are. Lanazi said, I've thought the same. I've learned to just go with the flow. Yeah, that's what I do. Like if I wake up at 2 a.m. in the morning, I just get up and make a cup of tea and go to bed when I'm tired again. Okay, laying in state is when the body is on show. Well, then they said she's been laying in state for 4 years on the TV. So what does that mean? She's been dead for 4 years? Alex said, according to the internet, lying in state describes the formal occasion in which a coffin is placed on view to allow the public to pay their respects to the deceased before the funeral ceremony. So she's been laying in state for 4 years. Does that mean she's been laying in a coffin for 4 years and people are allowed to view the body? I don't know. Why would they say that? Menacing Muskrat said laying in state is a tradition in which the body of a deceased official, such as head of state, is placed in a state building, either outside or inside a coffin. Were they doing a weekend at Bernie's with her? Sorry, I don't mean any insult by that. I'm literally trying to find out what the hell's going on here. Why would they say she's been laying in state for 4 years? Unless she was already dead. There you go. Menacing Muskrat said to allow the public to pay their respects. It traditionally takes place in the principal government building of a country, state, or city. That's interesting. Geoloff said, I'm thinking that the mass of people who are having their sleep cycles changed are meant to be awake while most are asleep. Perhaps we're being trained to be nighttime security. Yeah, it does sound like, it sounds, because there are night people and there are day people, and if you change, I've changed. I used to be a night person and now I'm a day person. So, I don't know. Yeah, but I think you could have a very good point there, Geoloft. Canadian Patriot said, God bless from Alberta, Canada. God love you, Canadian Patriot. Alex said, I think people in places like North Korea are forced to view. Lenazi said, God bless Canada. Oh, yeah, poor Canada. My goodness. I feel as sorry for you guys as I do for us and New Zealand and the UK and the US and actually everywhere. I just feel sorry for all of us right now. Menacing Muskrat said, Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God, keep our land glorious and free. Oh. Alex said, I watched the whole funeral pretty much, and right at the end, Charlie was laughing his head off with the Bishop of Canterbury. Yeah, laughing during a funeral. Yeah. Alex said, like when Jerry McCann was seen laughing his head off days after Maddie went missing, suspect. Oh, and the father of one of the kids rhymes with handy book. He was laughing before he thought the cameras were turned on. They were already on, but he was laughing, and then he started working himself up into the get ready. Now my daughter's, and then the act came. You could see it all. Oh, seriously? Pay attention, you can see it. I'm just telling you. Sherry said, laying in a lead-lined coffin preserves the body, most likely means the coffin will be put on show for 4 years, then will be put with the family burial space. No, but they said for the last 4 years she's been, I don't know. I'm just very curious about why they said that. Geoloff said, Lenazi, I'm reminded of the prayer of Jesus at the Mount of Olives where all the disciples fell asleep. Ooh. Imagine if we all fall asleep, right, and don't wake up for a few days and none of us know. Unless we have a calendar that keeps working without being connected to the internet, because they can change that. Alex said Biden was made to sit 14 seats back because he wanted to go in his own brum brum car. Yeah, and he got booed the whole way. Oh, actually, no, they weren't booing him. They were saying, FJB. George said, I did not watch the Queen's funeral. Neither did I. I am Kai said, the Queen's coffin is lined in lead. The lead is sealed. One, to keep the smell, and also symbiotic, can't escape. Debbie said, loved your cat in the garden, Hev. Do you know what? He's a wuss. The birds are swooping him because it's spring here. So the birds are having babies and they're swooping the cats. And so my cat hides in the garden because it has the bird net over the top of it. They can't get to him, and he knows that. So he's, and if I try and tie it down, he finds his way in. He forces his way in. I think he's that scared of the birds. Lenazi said, oh, Geoloft, oh, wow, I never thought of that. Thank you. Yep. Debbie said, Queen Victoria had her had coal in her coffin to keep the smell away from the crowds. Old School Pete said Biden was offered less respect than TV pervert Pip Schofield and Holly Willoughby. I don't know who they are, but oh dear. Lunazi said Loft, maybe to train us to sleep when the main event happens. Old School Pete said he shouldn't have chucked out that Winston Churchill bust. Alex said, I only watched because I wanted to see how people behaved, and there were some weird things throughout the whole procession, like going through the Wellington Arch. I wish someone would do a breakdown. Very interesting. Alex, you should do one. You should do one. I might have to watch it, actually, just to see what, Yeah, I don't know. Xenotron said, didn't Jesus have something to say about Martha's behaviour, condemned and cast out? Xenotron said, I'm being careful when I speak, the libs at Martha. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Shannon said, g'day, Musgrave of Menace. George said, Jesus scored for Arsenal on Sunday. I am Kai said, okay, store back ASAP. Much love. You too, I am Kai. Sherry said, Trump's been wearing one of the board's pins as well. I am Kai said, took 4 years for the symbiote to die. Xenotron said, sorry, Shannon, it's so strange, my assumption. Please accept my apology, man. Oh, it's happened before with Shannon and Alex as well. I think I thought Alex was male at first. Even. I'm sorry, Alex. I love you. You know that. Yeah. The Shannon, it's just the names, yeah. Alex said, oh, yeah, I heard something about Trump actually apparently playing that song or something. Yes. Yeah, the Where We Go one. Yep. Yep, that one. Xenotron said, wondering if she was lying in state at Westminster Hall or Abbey. I don't know. I can't remember. I'd have to go back and have a look. Hang on one sec, guys. Let me see if I can move that over there for a minute. They just said lying in state for 4 years. Lying in state. So I don't know. Debbie said the song at the end is apparently called Where We Go One. Yep. And the crowd held up one finger. I saw that. They were all going like, and I was thinking, one. I get it. Susie said Westminster Hall. Debbie said, does anyone know why male celebs paint one nail red? No? I hadn't even noticed that, Debbie. Good on ya. Alex said, was that just before the Queen's funeral to doing karaoke? I saw something but not had time to look into it further. I can't remember if it was before or after. Xenotron said, Geo.Re sleep times were all so tired in the day we don't notice or fail to see what they're doing. JJ Willow said, yeah, I made it before you closed. Xenotron said, is that why it feels like winter is here? Time is passing out of time with the natural seasons. An anomaly is happening? It could be. Susie said, isn't Westminster Hall like 1,000 years old or something? Love the timber frames. They always bring everything back to William the Conqueror and Charlemagne, don't they? I don't know. Alex said, I've not seen that, Debbie. Remember when celebs were all wearing the red wristband? Yeah, I remember that. Red wristband is Kabbalah. Yes, it is, Susie. Exactly. Debbie said, William the Conqueror, 1066, almost 1,000 years. Susie said, at any rate, that hall is very important to their bloodline. There you go. Menacing Muskrat said, thumbs it up, fam, thank you. Debbie said, Alex, like Madonna and the red threaded wristband. Yeah, I saw an article about these male celebs painting one nail red. Wow, I'm going to have to look into that. Alex said, Westminster Hall is 630 years old and Westminster Abbey is 753 years old, apparently, although I wasn't there when they were built. Susie said, what historical period is that, Alex? And what was the hall created for? Lanazi said, food. Shannon said, think Hunger Games. That's what they wanted for us. Yeah, exactly. Debbie said, Susie, I'm not sure. Westminster was built by a guy that also built the church and his home next door in Ramsgate, England. Alex said, yeah, Debbie, they were all wearing those red thread bands, which have been to do with the cabal. Yeah, they are. Susie said, oh, who was that, Debbie? And Debbie said, Alex, I remember Madonna saying it was about a religion she joined. She's gross. Yeah. Menacing Muskrat said, Ontario transit teacher crazy in Canada. Oh, wow. Hey, Timmy, how you doing? Ruff Ruff said, Hev show, beer, and Jay for breakfast again. All Hev's fault. Thanks, Hev. I'm sorry. Well, he said, howdy, Timmy. Debbie said, Susie, I can't remember his name. I live near where he was buried, St. Augustine's in Ramsgate. Interesting. Susie said, I've been to Ramsgate for fish and chips, although saying that might have been Margate. Shannon said, flag was changed. Queen dead, not on Admiralty law anymore. US of America company back to Republic. Ooh. Debbie said, Susie, very cool church. You should go to the Shell Grotto in Margate. That's a crazy, interesting place. Interesting. Xenotron said they all knew, and that's why they are all a part of the conspiracy. Best kept secret in the world. Alex said, possibly the second millennium, and I think it was built to impress, apparently, Susie. I have to give myself a history lesson and find out properly. Debbie said, the Shell Grotto is underground. No one knows when or why it was built, but decorated from shells around the world. Really? That's interesting. Old School Pete said, weekend at Sir Jimmy's, more like he liked to party with the corpses, so they say. Yeah, weekend at Bernie's with Jimmy. Oh. George said, the nearest beach to me is Southend-on-Sea. Xenotron said, she said something about the last Christmas in a speech a few years ago. Barely been seen since. Prob's a hologram after Trump's visit. Where did she go? Interesting. Susie said, Alex, it almost looks like Viking Hall. Bet it had a central fire pit. Alex said, and that horrible Mick Philpott guy who, along with his wife, murdered 6 of their children, they all have duping delight. Oh, really? I've never heard of that one. Alex said, I love old buildings. Susie said, Mick and Myriad are demons. Alex said, all the old architecture, so beautiful. Alex said, evil scum, Susie. All do get money, I think, on insurance. Oh, yeah, they probably take insurance claims out. What do you call it? Insure their children's lives. Oh, God, I hope not. That's horrible. Susie said, Megan took crying lessons from Mick and Justin Trudeau. Ruff Ruff said, me too, Alex. I feel home when inside them. Debbie said, wait, sorry, I'm wrong. I'm thinking of Parliament, not Westminster. Apologies. Oh, okay. GG said, watch Autodidactic or Paul Cook on YouTube. Very interesting take on old buildings and star forts. Thanks for everything, Hev. Watch all the times. Holding the line for sure. Good on you, GG. Alex said, I might try and do a breakdown. I didn't realise I need to get more software to actually post proper videos. And I don't know how to edit stuff. I'll have to teach myself how to make a proper video. Well, I don't know if you've got a computer or a laptop, but they do have a video editing. It's Windows or micro. What is it? Hang on one sec. I'll let you know. It's just called Movie Maker Video Editor. There's a free version. I've got the pro version, which was like $12 for life, I think. But there's a free version, and you can normally edit your videos on there. And for recording, I run OBS, but I would get an older version if you could. So you record on the OBS, so you can put the camera on, or you can make it screen, and you can just talk in the background. Yeah, there are tutorials on YouTube, Alex. If you want to try and start, you can. That's what I had to do. I just looked up YouTube tutorials on how to use OBS and then, yeah, went from there. Alex said she was laying in Westminster Abbey for 4 days. Then the last bit of the funeral was in Westminster Abbey. Shannon said, Queen is a 7,000-year-old lizard, can swap bodies like we do when our soul reincarnates, but she doesn't lose a memory like we do when we come back. Shannon said, Queen died and was cut off, unable to swap hosts. Alex said, it's amazing how they were all built really back in those days, how intricate they all are. Yeah, how perfectly measured they all are. And how was it, like the pyramids, how are they done? Ruff said, Alex, have you watched Justin Pollack channel? Alex said, hey, Gigi, I think I've actually looked him up before. Interesting stuff. Menacing Muskrat said, I wonder if the Ark was the Ark of Palmyra, was disguised as the Ark that the Queen Lizard went through. I don't know. Alex said, not seen that one. Ruff, is he on YouTube? Susie said, what's the Ark of Palmyra? Isn't that in Sicily? Menacing Muskrat said, number 1 on the Twitterverse is Trudeau must go 6 days in a row. Oh, really? Audrey Ryan, you got this. Gigi said, hey, Alex, his story is not our story. Very interesting indeed. Debbie said, I just started this guy, Dale H. from Australia. He talks about the crown and the virus and has some very interesting theories. Oh, okay. Dale H. Pat said, I can't help but think of Jimmy Savile and Camilla are looking. Oh, really? Don't be surprised. They could be. You never know. Alex said, that looks cool. Ruff. I'll check him out. Thanks, man. Shannon said, all those arches have satanic meaning. Gigi said, Dale H is wonderful. Susie said, how has Trudeau stayed so long? He has done some horrible things and everything gets buried. He shouldn't have been re-elected. No one voted for him. Well, that's what I think happened here too in Australia. They were put in even though they got less votes than everyone else. Did they just step in and take it? Debbie said, Gigi, isn't he crazy, right? I was amazed at his theories and wish he'd explain some more, like AI and dogma that's coming. Alex said, yeah, I thought it'd be easy to do a video, Hev. I'll check out that program, watch a few tutorials. I bet it'll be easy once I try. It is. Susie said, Camilla is a spitting image of Charles' favourite nanny, Mabel Anderson. That should tell you all you need to know. Oh, really? Oh, Zal said, Dale Holmes is Dale H. Okay. Shannon said, Biden was put 14 rows back because it was closer to the toilets. Gigi said, yes, Debbie, his Bendigo findings are so interesting. Debbie said, yeah, that's him, Zal. Alex said, they're all horrible creatures and pray it all comes out soon. Menacing said, remember on the 17 borders said that they'll no longer be able to walk down the streets. It'll be unsafe. Yep. Shannon says, because DS has been in control for ages. Yes, they have. Well, as he said, yep. Hey, Eyes, how you going? Reincarnation is not biblical, does not exist. Once a person dies, then comes judgment. Debbie said, Gigi, I'm new to him and still catching up. Love his travels and explaining Australian stuff. Alex said, didn't Charlie say he wanted to be Camilla's tampon or something? Oh, my God. Really? Oh, dear. Oh, yeah, that's horrible. Is that what he said? Oh. No, Alex, he wanted to eat it. What? Menacing Muskrat said, how's the spear tonight? Alex said, these people are sick. They really are. Sherry said, there's a pic floating around at Camilla at the funeral that shows she's clearly wearing a mask. Yes, I think I have that. Hang on one sec, guys. Let me share screen with you again. I swear I had that. Sorry, guys. I should have done this before I shared screen. Oh, and this thing here, this teacher wore, it's a male, wore these massive things. I was waiting for it to get chopped off by this thing, right? Or dragged into it, the saw. That's what I was waiting for. Okay, where is it? Or have they removed it already? I swear I shared it. Where is it? Yeah, this one. Hi, we're building a world tyranny where everyone will be our slaves with no rights, property, or privacy. Seems that most of you are okay with that, so thanks. Not for your benefit. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I have a funny feeling they have removed it. Hang on. Nope. I saw that. Oh, there it is. Okay, right here, it looks like the mask ends here. I don't know if you guys can see that. And it goes over here somewhere. Do you think she is wearing a mask? What is this? That's not a wrinkle. Doesn't look like a wrinkle because it goes all the way around over here. It's just not stuck down properly by the look of it. So, yeah, that is really interesting. Okay, so let me get this back. As I said, ooh. Zal said reincarnation was taken out of the Bible, the so-called 4th century. I said it's written in the King James Bible, once a person dies, then comes the judgment. Shannon said prophet of the end time has a good piece on Prince Charles. Faye said Alex 6 is an understatement if that's possible. Old School Pete, yeah, Camilla is the double of various cartoon spooks from the Scooby-Doo through to the Ghostbusters. She's got one of those faces. Shannon said, I'm pretty sure the Bible is very messy with and edited eyes. Yeah, I think it has. I think some books have been taken out. Lanazi says Camilla's outfit was creepy like something from Mary Poppins era. I said we do not live on a spinning ball, rather a level plane, motionless, fixed in place. I heard someone asking how it was round then, if it's flat. And the other day, and I'm like, it can be round and flat. I don't know. They were trying to discredit it, and I thought, I don't know who it was even. But it could be round and flat, like something like that, round and flat. It can be round. They were saying around the world, and they said, how is it around the world when the world is supposed to be flat? Well, if it's a round circle, around. Oh, I don't know. I don't think people are thinking properly sometimes. Menacing Muskrat said, Charlie and feminine hygiene product. Oh, really? Oh, no. I said the charade funeral was satanic ritual all the way through. Shannon said Camilla parks her balls on Charles' chin. Sherry said she looks like a dude. Dude looks like a lady. George said, lol, Shannon. Alex said, oh, yeah, looks weird. I've seen some really realistic masks too. Susie said, it will be Alex. The illusion of the Queen as we knew her was the last thing holding back disclosure. It's all going to topple now that being controlled the world and kept us blinded in darkness. Shannon said, there's the link. Menacing Muskrat said, Camilla and Jill has interesting similarities. Check it out. Both of the first wives passed. Oh. Sherry said, could be round and flat with the dome. Could be. Lacey said, I don't think Charles is going to be on the throne very long. I don't either. I really don't. I am Kai said, I'm back finally. I said, that's right. The KGV is not doctored at all, but many are. King James, eyes to see. King James wrote the King James version. I don't know if I trust completely. Yeah, I don't know. Reincarnation does not exist. Once a person dies and comes a judgment is written. I guess we won't find out till we're there. Shannon said, look at her man hands. Debbie said, was Terry Pritchett right? Deceivers, exactly. Alex said, yeah, that was a weird story about Biden's first wife. Shannon said, loved Terry Pratchett. Okay, guys, I'm going to leave it there for today, and I won't be, I will be tomorrow. I'm going to do another video tomorrow because it was Thursday and Friday that I was supposed to be looking after the kids this week. It's now Friday only. So I'll be here tomorrow. I don't know if I'm going to do a live or a video, but I will be doing something tomorrow. And then I'll have Friday off, and then I'll be back on Saturday. Okay, guys, hope you have a good one. Bye.
I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I've changed for the better this time. I thought I would never be fine. I strive just to say I'm alright, and for the first time in a long time I'm alright. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. I'm not falling. I'll push all my chips and call all in. I'll bet on myself, you keep stalling. I hear destiny and it's calling. I'll keep my head up high through the downs and lows, and we're all going live. Still nobody knows, but I'ma choose what's right and take what comes and goes. And ain't no one in life holding me back no more. I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year ago. Back a year ago.